Our involvement in Washington Park came when a friend of mine, Kevin King, he actually moved his family into the Washington Park community to be a part of a ministry that ministers to the youth of our city. They decided that they wanted to plant a church, and they were looking for someone to come and kind of lead the church plant leg of what they were trying to accomplish. And I was in California in seminary, and got a call that they were interested in me coming and taking a tour of the community. And so my wife and I, we came. And while we were there, a couple of things happened that Kevin didn't tell me about till after we left. There was an incident where a young lady in the middle of the street took a gun and shot another girl because this girl had given her brother HIV. And so right there in that moment, you have a person dead, a person going to jail for the rest of their lives, and a person infected with the HIV virus. And then on our way out of town, we learned that another person was killed in the streets as well over a simple argument. And so the burden that filled our hearts that day to see how much need there was for the representation of the gospel just really pricked us to the point that we said, man, why wouldn't we want to be here? Why wouldn't we want to be involved? Why wouldn't we want to be a part of seeing the gospel transform a place like this? And one of the lines from my good friend Alonzo is, as he looks, he watches lots of movies, and when he looks at movies that depict situations in the urban community, he always asks himself, what would it look like for Jesus to show up in this neighborhood? And though while we completely understand we're not Christ, we also know that we're filled with the Spirit. We are His representatives. We are His ambassadors. And so we are trying to figure out on a daily basis, by living and ministering in this community, what does it look like for Christ representatives to be here, ready to love people, ready to learn, ready to share the gospel, ready to be a shoulder to cry on, ready to show people an example of what it looks like to go through our own trials. And it's been an amazing experience. Having been at this a while and building a relationship post-launch with you all, it's so easy to get out there and be completely isolated. And what I found is that this convention provides community where you're not trying to save the world by yourself. You know, you're with a group of people who have the same mission to see many souls come to Christ, to see God's kingdom advance. It's much easier to do that as a part of a team. Even though you're your own local church, it's much easier to do that as a part of a team. And so to know that this state convention, to know that this church plant office is praying for us, supporting us in whatever ways they can, to know that I got other brothers out here in the field planting churches as well, is a great encouragement. We can accomplish so much more together than we ever can on our own, and this is the type of team you want to be a part of.